It was late Friday evening when I finally dragged myself home after a long, draining week at the office. All I wanted was a quiet meal with my wife, maybe even one of our old movie nights that used to bring us closer together. Instead, I stepped into the living room and stopped cold. She was already dressed to go out. Black dress hugging her figure, heels clicking against the floor, makeup polished to perfection. Far too glamorous for an ordinary dinner at home. She didn't even meet my eyes, just grabbed her purse off the table as if she were in a rush. Without pause, she said flatly, "I'm going out tonight." At first, I assumed she was meeting her sister or catching up with a coworker. But her tone, distant, dismissive, sent an unease crawling through me. "Where exactly are you going?" I asked. She rolled her eyes like I was some annoying child pestering her with questions. "Out." Don't wait up. That single word, out, hit me harder than it should have. As if she didn't owe me the courtesy of an explanation. My chest tightened with suspicion. I stepped closer, forcing my voice to stay calm. "Out with who?" She smirked, the kind of cold smile that strips away warmth. "Why do you care so much? Not everything is about you." Her words cut deep. I had supported her through thick and thin, pushed her career forward, stood by her through the storms, and now my concern was brushed aside like it was nothing more than an irritation. I moved quickly and planted myself in front of the door before she could leave. For the first time that evening, she looked startled. She tightened her grip on her purse, giving me a look that tested how far I would push back. That was when I said it, the line that froze her in her tracks. "If you walk out that door tonight without telling me the truth, don't bother walking back in." Her eyes widened. For the first time all evening, the confidence wavered in her voice. "What's that supposed to mean?" I stood my ground. "It means I won't be here when you come back. I'm not going to sit at home, clueless about where my wife disappears at night. If you leave without honesty, you leave for good." The room grew heavy with silence. I watched the conflict flicker across her face. The bravado she'd been carrying slipped, replaced with something closer to guilt. Her fingers fidgeted with the strap of her purse as she avoided my eyes. "You're overreacting," she whispered. But the sharpness was gone from her tone. That whisper wasn't confidence. It was fear. "Overreacting?" I pressed. "You're dressed like you're going on a date. You refuse to tell me where you're going, and you've told me not to wait up. If I'm wrong, then prove it. Say where you're headed, and with who. If I'm right, then at least admit it before you destroy our marriage." Her shoulders sank as though the weight of my words finally settled on her. "It's just dinner," she muttered. "With Anthony from work." The name twisted my stomach. I'd noticed Anthony before. The way he lingered too close at work events, his hand finding excuses to brush her arm, the way he leaned in to whisper in her ear. And now she was about to walk out the door for a private evening with him. I nodded slowly, disappointment outweighing anger. "So, I was right," I said quietly. "At least now I know." She tried to defend herself. "It's not what you think." I cut her off. "Don't insult me. You made your choice the moment you dressed for him, not for me." Her face drained of color. Whatever confidence she had left collapsed in an instant. I pulled the door open, but I didn't step aside. I locked my eyes on hers and said, "Go if you want. But understand this. When you come back, the man who stood by you all these years won't be here anymore." She froze, her body rigid, torn between the evening she had planned and the reality of what she stood to lose. For the first time in years, I saw fear in her eyes, not fear of me, but of the consequences she had never thought she'd face. And in that moment, she realized my words weren't an empty threat. They were the end of us.